And here now is the head man of the Penn State program. Ed DeChellis joins us. Ed, we just saw that top 10 list of best plays, best moments from the year. Do you have a personal favorite?
Well, Mike, I think we had a lot of great plays throughout the season that propelled us to the NCAA Tournament. But I think a game-winning play that I really have really fond of, because he's such a great kid for us, is Andrew Jones was able to tap the ball in here against Illinois on a last-second shot to get us the win. Taylor drove the ball and got it high on the glass, and Andrew Jones was able to tap the ball in at the buzzer, and we're able to beat Illinois here. And really it was a big win for us and at the time, and really propelled us to play pretty well for the next few games. And Andrew Jones, such a great kid, so I was really, really happy for him.
And you were certainly happy to make it to the NCAA Tournament, a great achievement for the program at Penn State. Let's go to that tournament game. You're down 3, closing seconds. What's running through your head as Bubby lets that 3 fly?
Well, just get him the ball, first of all, and he's the guy that needs to take the shot because he's made so many shots throughout his career that were unbelievable and tough shots, and he was out there, but he was open, and he let it go and made the basket, and we tied the game. And then you have the motions, Mike, are high, and then about a few seconds later the motions are very, very low when Temple makes the big shot with, I don't know, a second to go in the game to beat us. I
mean, that's the thing about Fernandez's shot. He was guarded well. It was such a tough shot.
Yeah, it was a tough shot, and Tim Frazier did a good job, and I'm not sure that he could, make that, many times out of 10, but he made it the one time he needed to make the shot, and credit them, and they moved on to the tournament. And I think that's the beauty of the tournament. We're only one possession away from being very, very successful and having a great feeling, or packing up and going home.
Still, this season will be remembered by making that tournament. And then your athletic director last week, Tim Curley, comes out and gives you an awful lot of praise. How important was that for you, considering the difficulties and the hurdles you've faced there?
Well, we've had some challenges, and I think every program has challenges, but we as a staff and I think as a team have just stayed the course and tried to do what we do, and that's go to work every day and get a great effort out of our players and staff. And we've just tried to continue to be a team that defended and rebounded and hopefully scored enough points to win. And it was nice to Tim to say those positive comments and things. But we just, I don't worry about all that other stuff, Mike. I just try to do our job and do it as well as we can do it.
What did you learn from this year in the run to the tournament?
Well, I think it's what I've learned and what I've known is that it's a fine line. It's a very fine line between winning and losing. I think our run at the end of the season, Mike, we won 7 out of 9 games, losing only to Wisconsin on the road and Ohio State at home, both ranked opponents. But we won tough games we had to win, and I think the resiliency of my team, I'm very, very proud of that. And then once we got to the Big Ten tournament, it was a fine line between winning and losing again. We won a very close game with Wisconsin. We were able to move on and play Michigan State. And then after the tournament was over, as we mentioned earlier, it's the Temple beats us at the buzzer. Or we have a great feeling and we have an opportunity to move on against San Diego State. So I'm appreciative of the opportunity. I think our kids did a great job. But between winning and losing at the end of the season, it's a possession game, and anything can happen.
Take me back to Selection Sunday. How was this year different for you guys? Not only in the joy of hearing your name, but also the fact that you couldn't watch the show from home because you played in the title game. You had to still be in Indy.
Yeah, well, I think, Mike, that's a good problem to have. If we could have that problem every year, I'd be thrilled if we could watch it from Indianapolis and in the confines of Conseco Center every year. I'd be thrilled. It was just a great opportunity for our kids and for our staff to be there and to be part of the tournament, the NCAA tournament. Mike, all the hard work and challenges we've had here over the years of the program, it all went away when I saw the joys and the smiles on our players' faces when they jumped off that couch, when they saw their name up on the board. And I think that's the reason we all coach. Sure, it's just our players. And they've worked so hard and been so diligent and doing all the things we've asked them to do as a staff, and then to be rewarded as seniors, Jeff Brooks and Taylor Battle and DJ Jackson, Drew Jones and Steve Kirkpatrick. that was all worth it. To see their happiness, I would do it all over again.
Taylor Battle is done now. That's the sad news from the tournament being over. How do you best summarize what he meant to this Penn State program and what legacy he'll leave?
Well, he has a lot of great numbers, Mike, all-time leading scorer here, and we can talk about his numbers forever. But I think that the thing that I will remember, I just seen him in the weight room not too long ago, is his spirit. Taylor has a great spirit to him and a great competitive nature. He hates to lose. And that to me is the most important thing. And then the fact that Mike, he's just a great person. He's just a wonderful kid to be around. It's somebody that you really embrace because of his personality and his spirit and his smile. You know, I think as time goes on, I'm going to try to recruit kids that smile a lot, because I think that might sound a little crazy, but when you come to practice every day and you've had a tough loss or a tough couple losses, and he comes out there and he's got a great smile, kind of lifts everyone. And I think those are important traits that sometimes coaches we overlook.
One of the many things about losing him that will hurt, but as you mentioned, the numbers too. Battle's off the roster for next year, so looking ahead to next season, what players excite you?
Well, I think Timmy Frazier excites me. I think he really improved from his freshman to sophomore year. I think he's going to continue to develop. I think we got a young guy that we redshirted this year, John Graham, excites me. He's a post guy inside that's 6'8", 6'9", very competitive, strong around the basket. I think our incoming freshman kids excite me that we have coming to the program, and then all our kids excite me. It's really hard to pick out different guys, but I think we've had some kids that didn't get an opportunity to play this year because we had a senior-laden team, that next year will get more of an opportunity, and I think those kids will rise to the challenge, and they're going to have a great spring and summer, and they'll improve as players, and hopefully you know, what we don't have, Mike, is experience, and that's not just going to happen. But we can work on our leadership, we can work on our skills in the off season, and then the experience thing will take care of itself once we start playing games.
Hey, Ed, congratulations on making it to the tournament. Enjoy your off season. We appreciate the time.
Well, Mike, thank you. Thank you very much.